Hello and welcome to another episode of Sustainable Farming. Today we'll be speaking with Kanyinsola Abajesude, who is a graduate student in Antalya. Hello, Kanyinsola.
Hello, Messi.
You're
Thank you
welcome
for
to the
having me.
program. You're welcome. So, we'll be talking about Tükiye's role in agricultural development.
Okay.
Okay, I know that you reside in Antalya, which is a city in Türkiye, and this
Yes.
channel is also, a Turkish channel that broadcasts to African countries. So, AfroTurk Agro, the name of the channel, its mission is to, bridge communication and provide knowledge to farmers. How can Turkey contribute to improving agriculture, especially in Nigeria? Because we've set the foundation for agriculture in Nigeria, so it only is right for us to keep talking about, the country itself.
Okay. So, thank you so much. Turkey is a country that's advanced so much in agriculture, in their technological practices. They've advanced a lot, and this we would love to replicate this in Nigerian agriculture also. And this is how Tükiye, I'm so sorry if I'm mixing it up, Tükiye can come in. For example, Turkey can contribute significantly to Nigerian agriculture, one by knowledge transfer, which is communication. Like what we are doing right now, we are communicating, we are transferring knowledge of which is what this channel stands for. We are transferring knowledge that is already established here or in other countries to Nigeria and other African countries for them to also be developed. So this is something that we are looking forward to, that Tükiye can help to contribute to Nigerian agriculture. Another one is technology deployment. For example, another one is technology deployment. We can also help to improve Nigerian agriculture by helping to deploy technology practices. For example, precision farming tools and affordable machineries that is tailored specifically to smallholder farmers. So it's those technology tailored specifically to smallholder farmers should be known to not be so expensive and should be known to fit into smallholder farming um, demographic conditions, like their financial assets, their um, their purchasing power. Thank you. So that is how we can also help. Then also market access. There are some of the products that we have that can be beneficial to Turkey government or to Turkey population, so they can serve as a market to Nigerian farming products like cassava, yam, plantain. I can't see them here, but we have them in Africa. So if in Nigeria as well. So if they are developed, they can serve as a market access, which will thereby improve Nigerian agriculture, and also capacity building, like organizing capacity building programs that can teach farmers on those technologies that are already being practiced here. So to care officials or extension officers can help in achieving this. Thank you.
All right, there. So you talked about the technological practices, that can be transferred from, Turkey as a country to Nigeria. Now let's talk about. You also mentioned in your introduction that the agriculture in Turkey has grown to a level where it is able to, transfer the knowledge it has gained to other African countries. However, I would like to ask, what are the key lessons, the major lessons that you think that the agricultural sector in Turkey has learned that can be beneficial, to the agricultural practices in Nigeria and also can be applied because as far as we can understand, you also mentioned it, there are different crops that are grown here that are not grown in Africa. And there are different
Africa.
crops, that are grown in Africa that are not grown in Turkey. So what are the key lessons that can actually be transferred?
One of the key lessons that I've discovered is they have in Turkey, they have strong cooperative system. They have strong cooperative system like Turkish Farmers Cooperative has helped to improve their practices. It's and like in their resources, credit and market, and also in their like the strong cooperative system has helped to develop every farming community. So no farmer is on their own. They are all working together. And this cooperative nature has helped to improve them. Nigerian farmers can also imbibe this and it will also help them. Another key thing I've noticed is their export driven growth. They are not just producing for themselves, but they are producing to export, which is improving their economy. Like seeds, they export seeds, variety seeds. It's and which is also helping them. Their emphasis on high value crops and seeds has helped them to grow. So they have a lot of research centers that has helped them to produce high valuable seeds that can be exported and that can be sold. So Nigerian farmers can also do this. Another one is they have also gone so far in investing in infrastructure. Like they have a lot of greenhouses, they have a lot of glass house, which is helping them to improve their agriculture. So this like storage facilities, which is and market facilities, production facilities, and this has helped them a lot, which Nigerian farmers can also um, use to improve agriculture. Thank you.
Definitely, we can always learn from the practices that are already in existence and apply them for our own good. So
Yeah.
I think this would also lead me to the next question. You mentioned agricultural technological practices rather. What types of agricultural technologies and innovations do you think that Turkey as a country is already, putting in place and could help Nigerian farmers increase, their productivity and sustainability? Since we're talking about, sustainable farming.
Yeah. So, like I said, one of the major ones I've noticed around, especially in Antalya that I am, is greenhouses. They have a lot of greenhouses, which is very suitable and sustainable for year-round vegetable production. You will see a lot of greenhouses in Antalya. I don't know about other cities, but I know it's going even in urban areas everywhere. So these are some of the innovations that has helped them in their production. Greenhouses that can help even in harsh climate that we have right now. In Antalya, Antalya is so hot, but they have a lot of greenhouses that can help to control the climate conditions that are suitable for the plant. Another one is drip irrigation system. Drip irrigation system that are cost effective. Another one is like solar powered machines. Instead of them which also helps to avoid the impact on climate change, because if you are using fossil fuel generated electricity, it's going to affect climate change. But when you're using solar powered, it's going to reduce the impact on climate change. These are some of the innovations. Another one is soil testing kits. They have soil testing kits so that farmers use before they plant. They are able to test the soil. Okay, what is this soil? What is the nutrient that this soil is lacking? So that they won't just waste their time and effort. They will be able to make precise decisions, precise farming. So they are able to test the soil. Okay, this soil needs more nitrogen. Okay, let's put this plant this soil acidity is too much for this plant for this. So those are some of the technologies that they've used and that has helped them. And they also have renewable energy solutions, like I said, solar powered irrigation pump, which also helps to reduce energy costs.
All right, there, Consola. Now let's talk about the relationship of between Turkey and Nigeria. There's been a lot in the in the education sector, in other sectors, specifically in agriculture. How can Turkey and Nigeria collaborate to improve infrastructure and technology access, especially for farmers and in remote areas?
First of all, telecommunication partnership. Telecommunication partnership is going to help a long way, because when there is no communication, how will you know what the farmers need? So telecommunication partnership is going to help a long way to improve and is going to help a long way to improve Nigerian farming agriculture by Tükiye. And this partnership between Turkey and Nigeria is going to yield more results. Another one is solar powered cold storage. For example, we have solar powered machines in Nigeria already, but they are not, especially for smallholder farmers, it is not prominent. So Tükiye can serve as an intermediary to producing and supplying these solar powered machines cold storage, because one of the major issues for Nigerian farmers and production units is storage. So if this is sorted, it will prevent wastage and they can easily export also. So solar powered cold storage is also a good innovation that Turkey can help in supplying, producing, and also supplying Nigerian agricultural producers. Also, if there can be a mobile if there can be like a collaboration to produce roads from farm to the market, is going to help a long way to improve Nigerian agriculture. So Turkey can help in collaborating with international organizations or private organizations in Nigeria, as much as they're going to reach out to them to help to produce these roads that can connect farm to the market, thereby improving Nigerian agricultural productivity. Thank you.
Okay, so we've talked about collaboration and what can be done. That was the last thing you mentioned. Now, what are the benefits of this collaboration? I mean, what are the mutual benefits? What does Turkey stand to gain in all of this, and what does Nigeria stand to gain?
Like, for example, like I said, the export-driven growth, export market access. For example, they have a lot of produce here in Turkey that they don't have in Nigeria, and there are a lot of products in Nigeria that are not here in Turkey, which are also, they have a lot of nutrients and benefits that Turkey population would love to have. So if there are this collaboration, they can have access to this produce like yam, cassava, plantain, a lot of that it's going to help Turkey and also help Nigeria, which is the export access. It's going to open gates to more export. Like, there are a lot of produce in Nigeria that can be exported to Turkey that can help them in their international trade, in their exports during growth. Also, agro-processing investments. Like, they can establish their agro-processing investment plant in Nigeria, and also is going to help them to expand their tentacles to other countries, thereby increasing their returns, their revenues. and it will also benefit Nigerian government in the aspect of economic growth, job creation, like that. Then trade, there will be increase in trade, there will be increase in exposure, like that. So those joint ventures tend to bring a lot of economic growth, a lot of international relationship, and also partnership between the two governments.
Okay, now let's talk about climate change. Currently, the COP16 is being held in Riyadh, and majorly it's a conference, for to address the certification, specifically the certification. And we've had, representatives from African countries like Zimbabwe, Tanzania, and Nigeria. Now, how can Turkey's experience in irrigation and sustainable farming practices help Nigerian farmers? How can it help them adapt to, the challenges that are posed by climate change?
One of the ways Tükiye technology can help Nigerian farmers adapt to climate change is one thing I mentioned earlier. One of it I mentioned it earlier is the resilient greenhouses. Greenhouses help a long way in adapting to the changing climates. So climate, when we have greenhouses, it will also help. Like this experience and this innovation will help, like because they have it in, like I said, in Antalya, to ensure year-round production. Unlike when you have to, okay, no, the weather, you have to look like for 3 months in a year for you to be able to produce a certain crop. But if you have a greenhouse, you can produce all year round. Thereby, there are more production and more needs are being met. So, yeah, climate resilient greenhouses are one of the technology. Another one is training on soil management. So when they have these soil testing kits, we can train them. We can train Nigerian agricultural farmers on this soil testing. They can be able to test their soil, know what is needed, have adequate understanding of how to use those kits, and also make it so affordable for them so that it will be easier for them to adopt it. So, like Turkish agricultural experts who could work with research universities like Nigeria, like Nigeria University of Ibadan Agricultural Training Center. We have a lot of research institutes. HITA, they can collaborate with this training institute to train farmers on how to use this soil management and this soil testing kits. So these are ways. Then also drip irrigation pilot projects. These are projects that Tükiye experts can help to extend to Nigeria, and it will also help Nigerian agriculture.
All right, Kanisola, we're now on our final question, and we'll be talking about capacity building and, education of our youth and the next generation. I mean, the next generation is the youth. And in the previous episode, we've talked about, how important it is to train our youth for the future. Now, what role can Türkiye play in facilitating capacity building, which we know is very, very important, and education for the next generation of Nigerian agricultural leaders?
Okay, one of the ways that Tükiye can help to partner to improve capacity building and education is one of it. This is one of it that we are doing. Having a channel that is tailored towards African farmers, which I know Nigeria are also part. So Nigerian farmers are also part. So we can organize video sessions, method demonstration programs for farmers on the farm, on site, and online, like we are doing. I know there are a lot of programs or a lot of videos on this channel that can help to facilitate capacity building for Nigerian farmers. Also, sending delegates to Nigeria to facilitate this capacity building is going to be so beneficial to Nigerian farmers. Also, e-learning platforms like radio, online, like that, like radio, website, having a site, having a video on site, online for them is going to help a long way to help build capacity building and education. For example, experts coming together, organizing a tutorial, maybe on site tutorial, like an example farm, an example farm here, but it is demonstrating to the farmers. Any farmers that is going to come across that video is going to be beneficial to them. So these are ways that can foster capacity building and education for farmers. And also organizing those videos in local languages, like maybe the one tailored towards Kenya in Swahili, the one towards Northerners in Nigeria in Hausa, the one tailored towards Yoruba farmers in Yoruba, in their local language, something they can easily relate with, and also offering incentives. Turkey can also offer incentives like they do in scholarships. It helps to foster this capacity building and education for future and current Nigerian agricultural leaders.
All right, Steph. Thank you very much, Kanyisola, for your time and for sharing your knowledge with us. We do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me also. I appreciate
welcome.
it.
So with that, we've come to this episode where we've been discussing sustainable farming and the role of Türkiye in agricultural development. To send us information or to ask us questions, you can do so on our WhatsApp number, which is always on the screen. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.